Hello, everybody. Crazy Hair Just Don't Care with Spotted Pony Integrated Healing. This day is unbelievable, and the trail of little messages that we've been getting all tonight are fantastic. I'm trying not to be too giddy. People say I'm dramatic, but I kind of like it. I'm a Leo. I'm a sensitive flower. Anyways, get to it. Sorry. So we have had our animal message today. We have had our affirmator today. And we're getting into The Medicine Woman, the Inner Guide book to our unique powers. This is a Medicine Woman tarot deck, by the way. I only have 2 tarot decks. Everything else is oracle messages, angel messages, affirmators, oracle cards, say what you need to say, chakra cards, all kinds of stuff. Anyways, so we're getting close to wrapping up. I pulled all the cards, I cleaned all the space, and it just kept going and going and going. So I'm pretty excited. I have just, bring it down. I'll bring it down. So I didn't pull cards for this deck. And the reason was I kind of had meditated and had my quiet time, talked to my hawk and talked to the ponies here, talked to my dog Rosie, went for a walk. And when I came back and I got the book out to do these recordings, which, by the way, I got very insecure, very ego present would be the best way. Part of that has to do with me choosing to keep my line in the sand, so to speak, take care of myself, keeping that commitment that I actually have a purpose, and no matter what happens, I can't derail from that purpose, and what I think should happen and when it's going to happen is probably not right. Not being negative, it's just God, the divine, has way bigger plans than we can ever imagine. It's in the Bible. I'm sure we can find it if we need to prove that it's there. Anyways, let's get with it. So pull out the book, and I just like flipping through it. I don't even know what I was looking for. I couldn't remember. And then all of a sudden, it opened up to the Dancer, which is number 21 in the book. So 2 and 1 equals 3. Saying there's a quiz at the end. Just kidding, there's not. But it reminded me I do take things a little too seriously and get a little frustrated and try way too hard and overthink. Gosh, I feel so relaxed. It's great. Okay, so here we go. 21, the Dancer. Okay, so I'm going to hold it up as long as I can. It's late. It's been a little challenging, but please check it out and tell me what you see. Leave a message in the comments. I'll do what I can. I will respond. I've learned how to read them. Okay, here we go. So, the Dancer, which is 21. The number in meaning is 21, which is attainment. The traditional name for this card would be the World card in the traditional tarot deck. The Medicine Woman energy is Dancer in the winds of time. Fun fact, my name is Mariah, and it's a northwestern wind from the Indians. I know, I got too excited. I'm sorry. I'm having a little too much fun, maybe. Anyways, here we go. Okay, there it is. And thank you for those of you who do actually know me and understand this is just how I normally am. And those that are just getting to know me, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Please laugh at my buffoonery. I've learned to be free and just let it flow. Okay, so This card speaks, I am cosmic consciousness and awareness in the now of the many forces at work on every plane of existence in and beyond this world. In a sense, I am what has been referred to as the New Age. When all is in balance and everyone lives in peace and harmony, recognizing their oneness with each other, I am the end of an old cycle and the beginning of a new one. I am a sign that all have learned to work with nature, using the laws of nature to the benefit of all. The streams and rivers flow, turning the water wheels. The wind gives its power to the windmills. The sun warms homes and gives light. Each element and being is recognized for its worth and utilized in beneficial ways according to the Creator's plan. You are now a co-creator, taking part in the planetary transformation now taking place. Self and world are one being, breathing one life. You are the dancer holding the wands of male and female life force in perfect balance. The polarities within the self there we go. Sorry about the dirty hands. We talked about this already. We have been recognized and brought into consciousness. Creative working relationships. There is synthesis, crystallization, perfection, stability, all within the greater flow. You move consciously with the cosmos, understanding your place in time. I dance freely with the power, for I have forced the death of all that flows through me. In other words, I have transcended possession and desire for results. My actions are based on the fullness of the moment rather than the sacrifice for the future. I understand that now is all futures. I therefore live in death. It is death as a state of consciousness. Excuse me. Therefore, I live in death. It is death as a state of constant peace and surrendering to what is. This death is the ultimate balance during life. I have united polarities of existence. As you approach the understanding of this within yourself, the world is yours. In earth, I am through you. The self-questioning that comes with this card is moment to moment. I need only to ask, am I in harmony with the good of all portions of myself? And to breathe in peace and exhale love. Ask yourself these questions 10 different times daily. The affirmation. Sorry, I'm excited. I will be happy forever. Nothing will hinder me. I walk with beauty before me. I walk with beauty behind me. I walk with beauty above me. I walk with beauty below me. I walk with beauty around me. My words will be beautiful. That was by Navajo Blessing Way. There's another section to this which is worth reading. So I will share it with you and I will do my best. Being a channel of the divine. The 4 powers of creation are now freely flowing through you. You fully realize the purpose of each, and now it is for you, but to allow them to fulfill that purpose through their own personal life. You know that each action you take, no matter how small, affects the entire world. At the same time, you know that the only choice you ever need to make is to go with that inner flow of harmony you have now learned to sense. Throat chakra's opening. Yay! You have the power of all directions at your command. You have taken ideas from inspiration east, through the planning south, through maturity west, through the destruction of creation, through death north, letting them go and opening to the resurrection of energy as a fresh new idea emerges again. Again from the east, a dancer must let go of one step in order to move to the next one. A musician must release one note to find the next. Rhythm and harmony require constant shifts and balances. The ability to receive, integrate, and let go is what the tarot has been teaching you throughout the major arcana and the great mystery. Now, now you have but the dancer, your dance of life. You may stumble, fall, and pick yourself up to start again, but you cannot truly err if you trust in your basic being. You are universally connected. There is no way you can be lost forever, no matter how far you might veer from the perfect path. The events of life will bring you back over and over again until you reach the center point of power within yourself, until you reach ultimate confidence in your own thought, word, and deed. The strands of life continually pull from all directions until you take full command of the reins of power within your being. Then you are not like a puppet on a string, but rather a dancer pulling the strings gracefully, as she always, with the winds of time, sways. As she always sways with the winds of time. It does go into the 4 powers after that, but there you go. So that was what I first saw. Then couldn't find the card. I was like, oh geez. So then here we go. I keep looking around my table, and this card keeps showing up, the Seeker, which is card number 2, which 2 + 1 + 2 = 5. This is the Seeker. It's also known as the High Priestess. So since we're following synchronicities and going where we're led, I pulled it up. The Seeker. Number and meaning 2, which is self-reflection. Traditional name, the High Priestess. Affirmation: my world is a reflection of my relationship to all that is. Through my image and word, Great Spirit's wisdom takes forms. This card speaks, I am the Seeker, High Priestess of my own destiny. I look first within myself for the cause of all that I see before me. My world is but a manifestation of that which is taking place within me and my psyche. My soul speaks to me in images telling me of possibility. I hold in my own mind a book of knowledge of all the past events and those to come. I have access to the universal memory through my ever-deepening states of meditation and atonement. I am the questioner of all that is, lifting the veils that cloud my inner knowing. I am a virgin containing the unfertilized seeds of my potential creations. I have learned to say no to that which does not benefit myself and to say yes to the interactions and situations that nourish me. I am a child of the moon, studying my cycles, my moods, my phases. I learn from my body, which speaks to me through its... I'm really sorry about it moving around. Through its feelings and responses. I observe my patterns and changes. The mirror of myself reflects the goddess. The self-questioning that comes along with this card is, describe your life in 7-year cycles. What patterns do you see? Make a list of each year for your life, starting with the year of your birth and going to the present year. List one significant event after each event. What do you see? Exercise. Keep track of your cycles and phases of the moon. Do you see a relationship? Meditation. I'm going to set this down now. It's kind of hard. Meditation. One by one, send your awareness through each part of your body, giving the command to relax and heightening your perception of which is going on within yourself. Think of each part of your body as a room in the great library containing books with all the answers to your questions. Every cell is another volume of information. Pause anywhere and visualize yourself picking up one of those books. Begin reading. Visualization. See yourself having already accomplished something you have been wanting to do. Focus on their qualities that have come about within yourself in order to, in order to have made this accomplishment. Notice what you are wearing in the new role. Who is around you? How do you feel about the success? Who comes to compliment and support you? Whom have you benefited? After you feel complete with this visioning process, 15 minutes we usually do. Go out into the world and do something this new you would do. Do a second visualization. Again, I'm going to repeat that because it's so good. Go out. After you feel complete with this visioning process, 15 minutes will usually do. Go out into the world and do something the new you would do. Do a second visualization in the same manner. This time, ask yourself, how do you feel? Where are you? How did you get there? What obstacles did you overcome? What inner resources do you see? What inner resources do you use to get where you are? Again, when complete, go out into the world and act in confidence. If it was an astrological sign, it would be the moon. This part's really long, but it's worth reading. You should know, I could never read in front of people before. It's part of me growing. Okay, here we go. The reflecting body. Your body holds knowledge of all lives that have ever... Your body holds knowledge of all lives you have ever lived in. It is filled with experience. The computer and the micro memory system has nothing over the amazing human body and its storehouse of information. The seeker asks you to explore your body, to learn from it, to know its secrets. Once again, your own sexual nature entices you to discover the physical self. Discovery of the physical self brings awareness to other levels of your being. Soon, you are asking, from where does true ecstasy come? And the fool that the brave adventurer inside you leads you further down the path. Just as the just as the magician resourceful one has observed the primary energy ever present within and has seen the creations that have been made with it. The seeker looks beyond. The seeker is not satisfied with mere outer appearance, but wants to know why, what makes it so. The magician wields energy skillfully, but the seeker wants to understand how the energy came to be passing through in this way. What else it can do. One of the discoveries the seeker makes is that the food affects her vibration, both her sense of well-being and her energy level. It affects her mood, her strength, her ability to search. For search takes concentration and endurance. Looking in the mirror of self requires clear mind and body. It's a lot, but I hope you're having fun. You cannot go inside and expect to find a peaceful place to study with a gurgling stomach, an aching back, a stopped up nose, and weary muscles. You must become a high priestess who takes the nutritional elements and the combination that cleans and builds the temple of her indwelling God self. The seeker seeks health, not only to feel good day by day, but to allow her peace in which to explore her higher nature unobstructed. Bodies try to heal themselves. This is their basic nature. For the most part, if you have not severely abused your body, time and patience will allow proper healing to take place. Speaking very loud here. On the other hand, the world we live in is filled with stress and temptations to ignore the body's wisdom. Often, our strongly empowered intellects, the rational side of our beings, overruled the body's suggestions. The body begins to accumulate the recovery periods you have denied. It must therefore become sicker and sicker until you will allow it to have the series of short recovery periods you have denied it. The result is an illness that requires a long layoff. The body attempts each season to bring itself back into the harmony of nature around it. In the spring, it wants to be active. In the summer, to work, the rest intermittently. In the fall, to the harvest and take stock of itself. In the winter, to sit back, reflect, and prepare for another new time to come. When the seasonal weather changes, your body will often try to cleanse itself in preparation for the changing environment in which it must live. You must assist it by fasting and eating a particular diet suitable for the time of year. Heading towards warm weather, your body desires fruits, lighter foods, alive, raw, newly sprouted foods. Wild foods, the first to grow in the spring, are particularly cleansing, a tonic of the system. When the garden, this is great. When the garden is in full leaf, fresh greens and root vegetables are in order. In the fall, the harder squashes, oops, gotcha. The harder squashes, potatoes, and heavier vegetables call to you. Grains are harvested and stored for winter consumption. When the body is happy to have a bowl of hot rice or some fresh whole wheat bread. Though we live in a culture and time period where we can eat foods out of season, it is not necessarily healthy for us to do so. If you have ignored your body's suggestions and have eaten sugar, that's been me. White bread, that's been me. Raw meat, chemically treated foods, or covered up your body's responses with medical or non-medical drugs, alcohol, or cigarettes for more than 20 years, you should realize that you are in serious trouble. Even if you have misindulged for only 10 years, your body will have a few healing crises to undergo. I'm getting kind of sad. Sorry. I'm excited, but I'm just reading. This is stuff we need to hear right now. Your body will have a few healing crises to undergo before it will begin to respond gently to natural changes of seasons and cycle. The healing crisis is an event that seems like an illness by all outward appearances, but is something triggering it by the act of health. An act of health is an action that you take which is naturally and nutritionally sound. Examples of acts of health that might trigger healing crisis are as diverse as the following: fasting, eating only fresh, whole foods for a week, refraining from coffee, cigarettes, drugs, or chemically treated foods for a few days, meeting an exceptionally high spiritual person, seeing someone's unconditional love for you, getting a massage, walking in the beautiful natural wilderness, viewing a beautiful scene, or even getting space and time to be alone when you haven't had solitude for a long time. What you must understand is that no matter how uncomfortable the healing crisis is, the disease will occur if you do not allow the healing to take place. Twice as distressing. If you sense your body to have stored toxins from the past abuse, go easy on yourself. Take steps slowly and gently to improve your health. Begin listening and praying attention and begin listening, praying, and paying attention to your body. It asks you what to do. There are many fine healing programs available. There are hundreds of books on natural health and physical vitality. Your local health food store or holistic health practitioner is the best place to begin. Look for the knowledge you need. But inside yourself, is there a real doctor? He, she may currently incapacitate by your ignorance. May be currently incapacitated by your ignorance. But feed her knowledge, and he, she will come alive. If you currently have a severe illness, read as many books as you can. Read as many books as you can get your hands on about case histories and the people who have cured themselves through visualization, herbs, fresh foods, and juices for fasting. Testimonials are numerous and very inspiring. Meanwhile, settle any health food and practice for your... It's terrible. Meanwhile, settle any health food or practice for any death food or practice in which you are currently engaged. Spend a quiet moment with your body, and your body will quickly tell you which is which when you have one success to go for the next. Okay, so that is great. One thing I do when I go shopping for live food, I actually hold my hand over it and feel for the energy. I learned that, and it's great. I like that too. I learned about fasting a few years ago. That definitely changes things. It helps. So basically, we have to pay attention and be present. Go easy on ourselves and know that we've spent our entire lives ignoring things that were right in front of us. We still do. I can only speak for myself. Not saying you do, but I do. And I'm learning every day because I'm a work in progress, just like you. Now, that card, the Seeker, is a 2. The Dancer is a 21, which equals a 5. There you go. Lots of pony kisses, unicorn kisses, and pixie dust on top. Bye.